Hello everybody, jimmyispromo here, back again with another awesome video, and in today's video we will be talking about the top 9 features that you can't live without if you own the Galaxy Note 9. Before we pop over into the video, if you're brand new here at the channel of jimmyispromo and you have not subscribed just yet, make sure to hit on that subscribe button, as well as the bell for notifications so you don't miss future videos for the Galaxy Note 9, and also don't forget to hit on that playlist tab on the very top so you can check out the playlist that I've created so far and uploaded of the Galaxy Note 9. The first feature that you can't live without is called double tap for notes. So what you want to do is press and hold on the S Pen button, double tap on the screen, and then this is where you're able to go inside and create your notes. Now the thing I like about this one is that it's not the full-blown Samsung Note application. It's the pop-up version of Samsung Notes, meaning if you open up your Air Command and you go over here where it has the option of creating a note, you can see that this one is the exact same style of notes. Now the full-blown Samsung Notes is going to be over here, and when you go inside of here and if you were to create a new one, you can see that you have much more icons, more options. You can add in different attachments. You have tools on the bottom and everything else. But the thing I love about the double tap for notes is that you could be inside of any application. Maybe you're watching a video and something comes up very important. Instead of you getting out of the application fully and going inside of Samsung Notes, press and hold, double tap, and then this is where you're able to jot down your notes. Now the other great thing that is fun about this one, and something that is a very good use case scenario, is going to be, let's say that you're inside of a phone call and you have maybe something you purchased, or maybe FedEx have a confirmation number for you, or whatever. Inside of that phone call, without you trying to find a piece of paper and pen, double tap on the screen while you're pressing and holding on this S Pen button. So press and hold, double tap, and then now they're able to tell you your confirmation number. Feature number 2 that you can't live without if you own the Galaxy Note 9 is called Scene Optimizer. Now Scene Optimizer was introduced to the Galaxy Note 9, so you definitely have to take full advantage of it. Now once you open up the camera, you're going to go down the very bottom left hand side where it says Settings, and your third one down says Scene Optimizer. On the right hand side over here, this is where you can either toggle it off or you can toggle it on. And then on the left side, if you click on that word, it'll take you into the settings to show you exactly what it does and what is the scenes. So it'll automatically adjust the color settings of your pictures to match the subject matter. So if you're taking a picture of food, it'll automatically recognize it and go into food mode for you. It'll oversaturate some of those colors, you know, the greens for the lettuce, the reds for the tomatoes, yellows for the cheese and everything else. It'll also go into the portrait mode if you're taking a picture of an object of a person. Also, it'll notice and distinguish if you're taking a picture of flowers, and it'll definitely oversaturate those colors as well to make those flowers pop. The rest of the scenes is going to be indoor scenes, animals, landscapes, greenery, trees, skies, mountains, beaches, sunrises and sunsets, water slides, street scenes, night scenes, waterfalls, snow, birds, backlit, as well as text. Now the reason why I love Scene Optimizer so much is because some people go inside of the pro settings if they're taking a picture of flowers or food, so they can oversaturate the colors, or they can change a couple different things happening with shutter and ISO and everything else, but this will automatically do it for you because it'll automatically pick up the scene of which you're taking a picture of. The next feature would have to be live focus. Now inside of your camera, you're going to swipe over to where it says live focus on the very top where it's highlighted yellow, and this is where you're able to take a DSLR type quality image, which means that your object in the foreground is in focus and everything else in the background is blurred out. Now you are able to change how much of a blur there is in the background. You can do that before, and you can also do it after you take the image. Now one of the things I do want to point out is this little yellow 2 squares here. This is where it's called the dual capture. If you have it highlighted yellow, it'll take the live focus image, which is the one you see right now on the screen, and it'll also keep a wide angle shot. Now right now it is not yellow, which means that it's not being applied. You want to make sure that your object is far enough away but also close enough to where there is background that is able to be blurred. Now, if you do not see the live focus ready, that just means you'd have to move your proximity of where this camera is to your object, and also make sure that there is background to actually be blurred. Now, once you take the image, you're able to head over inside of your camera and check out your gallery. Now, when we talked about that dual capture, you have the option of close-up, and then here is that wide angle. So it's kind of fun to have both of those different images right there saved in one shot. And then again, after you take the picture, you are able to change if you want the adjust background blur, and you can add in or take away how much blur you'd like in the background. Now, one thing you are able to notice on the bottom, this will not show up every single time you take a picture, but if there happens to be a couple little glistening lights lights, maybe like little small little LED lights in the background, little fluorescent light bulbs in the background, you are able to change what those little twinkles or little stars will look like. So you can make them look like polygons, you can have them look like stars, hearts, flowers, a whole bunch of different things, or you can just have it set as none. And when you are finished, you hit on that little checkbox on the bottom right hand side and it will save. The next feature that you can't live without is called Smart Select. Now this is one of my favorite features ever since the Galaxy Note series was ever released, and it's a way you're able to share a small little snippet of your entire display. So the normal traditional way of sharing something you see on your screen is by taking a screenshot, it saves it to your gallery, and then you crop it down, and then you send it off. Then you might have to go back and delete those images. Really, all I wanted to do was share this area right here, not the full entire screen, and I don't want it saved to my phone. This is where the Smart Select comes into play. Hit on that S Pen button, click on Smart Select, go right over here. I only wanted to share this little snippet. Again, I don't need it to be saved to my phone, but if you do want it saved to your phone, you do have that option. But really, I just wanted to share it. Once you click on share, I'm gonna send it off as a tweet, and then I'm able to send it off and do whatever I wanted to say for all my social medias. Now, once that is done and complete and I hit on send, it'll take you back to the screen. Hit the back button twice, and you're all done. Your mission is accomplished. You sent off that little snippet you wanted to share with your friends, and then you are not overloading your gallery with nonsense images that you really don't technically need. Again, you only really wanted to share it. Feature number 5 that you can't live without if you have the Galaxy Note 9, especially if you're somebody who casts YouTube videos and such to your TV. Now, the S Pen has all the functionalities of an S Pen, but it's also a Bluetooth remote. So usually at night when I'm finished with doing all my YouTube videos and I'm gonna try to go to bed, I'm watching a little bit of TV. Usually it is YouTube. So the video I'm watching, I'll go on the very top and I'll cast it to my TV. I can cast it to my Xbox, the living room, or my Fire TV. So I'm gonna boost this one over into the living room right now, which I don't believe the TV is actually on, but it will still actually cast. Now let's say I wanted to go in the kitchen to get popcorn, get a drink or something else, maybe go to the bathroom. As this is actually playing to the TV, I just hit my S Pen button, it pauses it for me. Now I'm able to walk in the other room. As I come back into the living room to watch the video again, all I have to do is hit on this button, and now I just basically use this as a remote to pause and play my TV. Feature number 6 is definitely one to pass the time. So sometimes you'll just be looking at your phone, you're trying to wonder, what should I do? What should I watch? One of the things that is included is called coloring. Now, if you don't have the option of coloring, you are able to add it inside of your Air command by hitting on the plus icon. So I'm gonna go down here, click on coloring. It's a great place for adults to go to, for kids to go to. They always add in new images. So these right here are actually brand new for the last day or two. And as you scroll down, you can see some of the ones that you have done and then all the rest that you have not. So let's say that we just kind of go inside of here and we're gonna do a little bit of coloring. So this is where you can do the start coloring, but also you can see what other people do below that. So let's go inside, let's start coloring. One of the things you are able to do is get very up close and personal. You can start coloring and going in between the lines. Now there's a bunch of different brush settings you're able to use, thickness and everything else. But for me, I really don't want to spend the time to color in all of this. So if you have the option down here for fill color, you're able to fill in that entire area. So this is actually pretty fun, for adults, for kids. It doesn't matter who you are, where you are, male, female, old, young. Coloring is coloring. It's super fun to do. And again, it does pass the time and it uses your creative skills. Feature number 7 is going to be S Pen Unlock. So it's a way you're able to press that S Pen button and it unlocks your phone. Now this will only work if your S Pen has already been out of the phone by the time that either the screen timed out or you hit your power button. Maybe all you had to do was walk inside of the other room or go put laundry away or something else like that. And when you have your S Pen that was already out, meaning you're already in your phone, then you are able to hit that button and unlock the phone. Now this will definitely work if you have a kid and they're coloring and then they walk away for a minute, they come back, they want you to unlock the phone, but then all you have to say is just hit that button, it'll unlock it for them so they can start coloring again. Now, if you're asking the question, is this going to work if the screen is off and then I pull the S Pen out and I try to get into the phone, it will not unlock the phone. That's a security measure. And you try to do anything and everything that you can, but you're not able to do it because you originally did not go inside and use your credential settings or credentials to get inside of the phone. So I just unlocked the phone. I'm going to keep the S Pen out. And again, if the screen timed out or if you hit the power button, when you hit on that little button over there, you are able to go back inside your phone. Feature number 8 is called Screen Off Memos. Memos. Now, screen off Memos is where you're inside of your always on display. It's already locked. You're not inside your device, but you are able to pull out that S Pen and it puts you inside of a screen where you're able to take some notes. So maybe you need to go to the store and you want to grab some milk. Maybe you need some eggs, or maybe you're writing some poetry, or maybe you're just doing something else. And basically when you get to the bottom of the page, one of the great things is that you can actually hit this arrow and it'll scroll down for you. So then you're able to go inside of there and you're able to write and draw more. Now inside of here, you are able to change the width of your pen. You are able to delete some of these lines that you have done. You can also pin this to your always on display. So this way you can always see it. So once it's pinned, maybe this is something where, you know, you're going to the store and this was some of the stuff you had to purchase. You won't forget what you need to buy. If you wanted to, you are able to shrink it down by double tapping on that little small button. And if you are checking this out and you notice that you have one of these things pinned to your screen, you're able to double tap, open it up. You can see what you need to buy at the store so you don't forget. And if you double tap on that delete button, you are able to delete it. If you are done creating your note and you have everything jotted down and you don't want to use any of these top 3 icons on the top left, you are able to save it inside of your notes and it will be stored there to where you'll be able to add to it or edit it and also check it out. And then just to show where it did save, if you go inside of the Samsung Notes, you can see this is where I've saved something from before. Then this one right here is going to be that last one that we just got done doing. And it does have that iconic yellow that it is written in, because then you are able to change if you want your screen off memo to either be yellow or if you want this to be going back over to that gray. If you don't like the color of yellow for your screen off memo, if you do go inside of your settings and you head down to your advanced features, go inside of S Pen, this is where you have that screen off memo. This is where it'll use that signature color of whatever you're using. So yellow if you have the yellow S Pen, or it'll be that lavender purple if you're using lavender purple. So screen off memo is able to be turned on and off, but this is where you can either turn on or off the yellow or the gray. So now if I was to place the S Pen back inside of there, and if I was to have this thing basically turn off, the next time that I use my screen off memo, it will not be using that color of yellow. It'll just go back over into gray. The last and final feature that you can't live without if you own the Galaxy Note 9 is called scroll capture. So let's say that you go inside of Chrome, maybe you're reading some long articles, maybe you're inside of text messaging, maybe a chat service, you're on YouTube and you have a whole bunch of list of videos. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as you're inside of an app that does have the option to scroll, you're able to do scroll capture. Now this will definitely come in handy with text messages, where instead of you taking a screenshot, scrolling down, screenshot, scrolling down, screenshot, and having different individual images, this is the way you're able to do it as one. So if you go inside of here, let's say that we want to do the option as screen write, not just a normal, taking a screenshot. Let's do it as screen write. Well, on the very bottom left-hand side, you'll see an option over here that's called scroll capture. So this is where you're able to scroll down. It'll do it for you. Scroll more. Scroll capture, and then now you can see how long and how big of an image this is going to be. So once I hit on done, first off, I am able to go inside of here and I can start drawing if I wanted to, because I did do it as the screen write option. Now inside of here, other than that, if you really don't want to write on it, you'd be able to just hit on save. Maybe this right here is something that's very important. You're able to circle it or whatever the case. So this is where you are now able to save it, and now it's saved inside your gallery. If you do want to see what it looks like when it is inside the gallery, just go inside your screenshots. You're going to go right over here, and this is the image. So most people will have to zoom in a little bit to see what the picture looks like, but you are able to send this on Facebook or messages, whatever you want to. It's just a longer version of what your screenshot was, instead of taking 3 or 4 or 5 individual images and sending all of those off to your friends or family. Now if you are trying to do that scroll capture option and you do not see it on the bottom, you do want to pull down the notifications panel, click on the settings icon. You go down to where it says advanced features. Underneath advanced features, you'll scroll down again and you'll see the option for smart capture. With smart capture turned on, this is where you're able to capture hidden areas of the screen. And basically this is where you are able to go down and do scroll more or scroll capture. So I hope that you guys have liked this video. If you guys did, please give this thing a huge thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit on subscribe. If you have not subscribed already, hit that little red circle on the very bottom left hand side. Share this video with your friends and family and social media sites. And outside of that, I'll see you guys later.